Hello students, myself Dr. Manotosh Kumar Pati, PGT Economics of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Baleshwar, Odisha. Today we are going to learn a very interesting chapter, interesting concept that belongs to class 12 economics, that is your credit creation by the commercial banks. It is the second unit, that is money and banking. So, commercial bank, you know, it is a profit seeking organization, and at present commercial banks performs many functions, and out of this credit creation, in other words known as the money generation or money creation, is one of the important function of this commercial bank. So before going to discuss in detail about the process of credit creation, let us first we should know that what is the meaning of commercial bank, what are the different examples of commercial banks. So let us have a look. So you know that Reserve Bank of India, it is the apex of the monetary authority of our country, that is called as the central bank, and under the central bank or the Reserve Bank of India, two types of banks are there. One is scheduled banks and another is non-scheduled banks. Under the scheduled banks, commercial banks and cooperative banks are there. We are not going to discuss about in detail about the non-scheduled banks. And commercial bank is coming under the scheduled banks. Under the commercial banks, there are again of different categories: public sector banks, private sector banks, foreign banks, and RRBs, that is the regional rural banks. Public sector bank, you know, which are the nationalized bank, like the State Bank of India and its associate banks, and other nationalized bank like Punjab National Bank, Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, United Bank of India, like that. And in 1991, when there is the privatization, liberalization and globalization, these three things have been introduced as a new economic policy. At that time, some of the major private sector banks also, they appeared in our economy. And another is the foreign banks, which are dealing with the foreign exchange, and regional rural banks, which deals with the agriculture, that is the loan activities, how to improve the agriculture, loan activities related to the agriculture. So these are the different categories that are coming under the commercial bank. So now some of the major commercial banks in our country or of India. So this slide shows the major commercial banks, like your State Bank of India, it is a public sector bank, Canada Bank, Central Bank of India, then your Allahabad Bank, Punjab National Bank, Union Bank. These are the public sector bank. Similarly, the private sector bank like HDFC, then your Citibank, Yes Bank, these are coming under your private sector bank. Apart from this, other banks are also there, but these are the some major banks, commercial banks, which are operating in our country. Now, next is here, what is the meaning of commercial bank? Commercial bank is a financial institution which perform the function of mainly two functions performed by commercial bank. One is accepting the deposits from the public, and another is advancing loans to the public with the aim of making profit. So, the bank, commercial bank is an institution which accept deposits from the public. कमर्शियल बैंक जो होता है वो बैंक जो है वो लोगों से, जनरल पब्लिक से डिपॉजिट एक्सेप्ट करता है. वी पीपल गो टू द कमर्शियल बैंक and open our account. That is called as the deposits of the commercial bank. At the same time, the people also borrow from the commercial bank for the different purposes. लोग जो है कमर्शियल बैंक में जमा रखते हैं, अपना पैसा जमा रखते हैं. That is called accepting the deposit from the public. और बैंक से लोन भी लेते हैं. So these two functions are mainly the primary function or major function of a commercial bank. One is accepting the deposits from the public, and second one is advancing loans to the public. Okay. Now, apart from this, there are some other functions of the commercial bank, like the agency function. Under the agency function, there is transfer of funds, periodic payments, collection of checks, like that. And some of the utility functions like locker facility to keep the that is your ornaments, valuable materials, then issue of bank draft for transferring of funds, then some project reports. So these are the different other functions of the commercial bank, that is agency function and utility function. But under the primary function, two things are there. One is accepting the deposits and one is granting advances, or that is called as the giving of loans or advancing loan. So, now we know that bank is nothing but it works as a middleman, or it works as a mediator between the two groups of people. One is depositors and another is your borrowers. बैंक दोनों के बीच एक मीडिएटर के, मिडिलमैन, मध्यस्थी के रूप से काम करता है. एक ग्रुप डिपोजिटर्स. इफ यू सी दिस स्लाइड, फॉर एग्जांपल इन दिस स्लाइड, द डिपोजिटर्स is coming to the bank to deposit the money, and the borrower, they are also coming to the bank to take the money or to borrow money. So now the bank give less rate of interest. For example, in this slide 9% बैंक डिपोजिटर्स को फॉर एग्जांपल 9% इंटरेस्ट दे रहा है डिपोजिट्स के लिए, लेकिन बोरोवर से वो कितना परसेंट इंटरेस्ट ले रहा है? 13% इंटरेस्ट ले रहा है. सो ये 13% माइनस 9%, दैट इज 4%. दैट इज द प्रॉफिट ऑफ द बैंक, बिकॉज बैंक टेक द रिस्क. बैंक कीप आवर फंड सेफली. At the same time, bank also provide us loan for the different purposes. So, bank is a middleman. It works as a middleman, or it acts as a mediator between the depositor and borrower. Is it clear? बैंक जो काम है दोनों को बीच एक समन्वय रखा करता है, एक मीडिएटर के हिसाब से काम करता है. डिपोजिटर से पैसा लेता है और उसी पैसा को वो इन्वेस्ट करता है वेरियस प्रोजेक्ट में, और उसी इन्वेस्टमेंट का सबसे एक महत्वपूर्ण दैट इज चैनल, दैट इज यू कैन से दैट इज योर गिविंग ऑफ लोन और सैंक्शनिंग लोन टू द पीपल और लेंडिंग. सो क्राउथर, in this concept, just I want to tell you one of the economists, Crowther, notable economist Crowther told, money cannot bank cannot create credit out of thin air. बैंक जो है, और it cannot create credit from his own money, from his own pocket. क्राउथन ने यह बताया कि बैंक जो है अपना पैसा से या थीन एयर विदाउट एनी मनी इट कैनॉट क्रिएट द क्रेडिट. बैंक क्रिएट क्रेडिट फ्रॉम द मनी ऑफ द डिपोजिटर्स. बैंक जो है क्रेडिट जो जनरेट करता है या क्रेडिट जो क्रिएट करता है वो अपना पैसा से या अपना पॉकेट से पैसा से वो क्रेडिट क्रिएट नहीं करता है. बैंक जो क्रेडिट क्रिएट करता है या मनी जनरेट जो करता है वो डिपोजिटर्स का जो पैसा है उसी पैसा को वो इन्वेस्टमेंट करता है. सो हाउ द क्रेडिट इज क्रिएटेड और हाउ द मनी इज जनरेटेड वी विल सी विथ एन एग्जाम्पल. सो लेट अस सी. Commercial bank creates credits through initial deposits and this process is known as credit or money creation. Commercial banks create credit through initial deposit or that is called as the primary deposits. Commercial bank जो क्रेडिट क्रिएट करता है या मनी क्रिएट करता है वो अपना प्राइमरी डिपॉजिट्स या इनिशियल डिपॉजिट से जनरेट करता है. इनिशियल डिपॉजिट क्या है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल सपोज मिस्टर एक्स that is deposits 10,000 rupees in SBI, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. तो वो हो गया प्राइमरी डिपॉजिट्स या इनिशियल डिपॉजिट्स. एंड मनी इज जनरेटेड और क्रेडिट इज जनरेटेड फ्रॉम दैट इनिशियल डिपॉजिट्स. क्रेडिट जो जनरेट होता है वो इनिशियल डिपॉजिट या प्राइमरी डिपॉजिट से होता है. सो व्हेन a person opens an account in any commercial bank by depositing certain funds, that is called as the primary deposits. जब कोई व्यक्ति किसी भी कमर्शियल बैंक में, whether it may be a nationalized bank or a public sector bank or a private sector bank, when he deposits some amount, the bank opens an account in the name of the depositors and that account is called as the primary account or that deposits is called as the initial deposits. उसी डिपॉजिट्स को इनिशियली डिपॉजिट कहा जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सपोज बैंक ओपन्स एन अकाउंट इन द नेम ऑफ मिस्टर ए एंड मिस्टर ए डिपॉजिटेड 1 लाख रुपीज इन अ बैंक इन स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया न्यू दिल्ली. तो ये हो गया इनिशियल डिपॉजिट्स. एसबीआई न्यू दिल्ली का इनिशियल डिपॉजिट्स हो गया. नाउ सपोज द बैंक सैंक्शन सर्टेन लोन आउट ऑफ दिस 10,000 रुपीज टू मिस्टर बी. स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया न्यू दिल्ली अभी क्या किया ना, एक बोरोवर मिस्टर बी को कुछ लोन सैंक्शन किया. फ्रॉम व्हिच amount that loan is sanctioned? From this primary deposits or initial deposits the loan is sanctioned. When a loan is sanctioned by a bank to a borrower, again the bank has to open an account and that account or that deposits is called as the derivative deposits or that is called as the secondary account. Is it clear? So bank, commercial bank creates credits from the primary deposits. That is the main thing we have to remember. Now this credit creation is based on some assumption or mainly 2 assumption. 2 conditions का ऊपर कमर्शियल बैंक का जो क्रेडिट क्रिएशन डिपेंड करता है. वो कंडीशन हमको लेना है. If we will not take these conditions, then credit creation cannot be made. We cannot understood. So what are the assumption? Number 1 is all commercial banking system in one unit and known as banks. सारे कमर्शियल बैंक हमारा देश में जो है उनको हम एक यूनिट मानेंगे. They are that is regarded as the one unit, and that is known as the banks. And second is, all the transactions, transaction means payments and receipt, are made through the banks only, through the use of check only. There is no use of cash. जितना भी transaction होगा, for example, one person take the loan from any bank, then the bank will give the loan not in the form of cash but in the form of check. And when that person hand over that check to any another person, then that person has to also use the check. Means whatever the transaction means payment and receipts are made, that are made through the banks with the help of check only, not with the help of cash. जितना भी ट्रांजेक्शन्स होगा, जितना भी रिसिप्ट होगा या पेमेंट होगा, वो चेक के माध्यम से होगा. बैंक जो चेक प्रोवाइड करता है, चेकबुक, उसी के माध्यम से होगा. उसमें नगद का यूज नहीं हो सकता है, कैश का यूज नहीं हो सकता है. दिस टू assumptions आर नेसेसरी फॉर नो और टू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रेडिट क्रिएशन. नेक्स्ट इज योर another two factors I have already told. One is your primary deposits. So what is the meaning of primary deposits? So primary deposit is the initial deposits made by the depositors in the bank. For example, suppose Mr. X deposited rupees 1 lakh in SBI main branch New Delhi. Hence the primary deposit of SBI main branch New Delhi is rupees 1 lakh. Okay, I have already told you earlier. Now secondary deposit, or that is called as the derivative deposit. Derivative deposit is the deposit of credit created by the bank to the borrower while lending loan. When a bank give loan or sanction loan to a person, again an account is opened in the name of the borrower. That is called as the secondary deposit, or that is called as the derivative deposits. Now suppose SBI main branch New Delhi advance a loan of rupees 90,000 to Mr. Y out of its primary deposit, that is rupees 1 lakh, by opening an account in the name of the borrower Mr. Y. That is called as the derivative deposit, or that is called as the secondary deposits. Okay. So another factor which is essential here in credit creation, that is your LRR, or called as the legal reserve ratio. So what is this legal reserve ratio? It is the fraction of deposits of commercial banks which is legally compulsory for the commercial banks to keep in the form of cash and liquid assets as reserves. So इसका मतलब क्या है? You know that all the commercial banks that are under the supervision, or that are under the control, or that are guided by the guidance of the Reserve Bank of India, because Reserve Bank of India is the apex institution in the or it is called as the apex of the monetary authority, and all the commercial banks they are under the control of the supervised by the Reserve Bank of India. So हमारा देश में जितना भी कमर्शियल बैंक है, जितना भी अदर भी नॉन बैंक फाइनेंशियल इंटरमीडिएट भी है, वो जो है रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के द्वारा दे आर सुपरवाइज, उनके द्वारा वो कंट्रोल होता है. तो कंट्रोल जब व्हेन ए क्वेश्चन इज कम एज कंट्रोल, कैसे कंट्रोल होता है? कंट्रोल करने के लिए कुछ मापदंड होना चाहिए, कंट्रोल करने के लिए कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स होना चाहिए. तो ये एक प्रकार का इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है, खाली तो कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकता है. रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया इतना सारा कमर्शियल बैंक को कंट्रोल करने के लिए उनका पास कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट होना चाहिए. तो ये एक प्रकार का इंस्ट्रूमेंट है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द गाइडेंस और अकॉर्डिंग टू द नॉर्म्स दैट इज ऑफ द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, no commercial bank can give the full amount of deposit as loan. कोई भी कमर्शियल बैंक नियम के हिसाब से, रिजर्व बैंक का इंडिया का नियम के हिसाब से, कोई भी जो कमर्शियल बैंक जितना भी अपना पास डिपॉजिट है, पूरा सारा डिपॉजिट्स को वो लोन के हिसाब से, लोन के आकार में किसी को दे नहीं सकता है। एज पर रूल every bank has to maintain or every bank has to deduct or to keep a certain fraction or certain percentage of the total deposits in the form of cash. That is called as the LRR, that is called as the legal reserve ratio. Now the question is why? क्यों रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने ये जो नॉर्म्स या ये नीति, ये रूल्स बनाया है? क्योंकि फॉर एग्जाम्पल सपोज ए डिपोजिटर डिपोजिट्स 1 लाख रुपीज इन अ बैंक एंड इफ द बैंक विल एडवांस और गिव द टोटल डिपोजिट्स 1 लाख रुपीज एज लोन टू अनदर पर्सन एंड सपोज that the depositor after some days or some months he comes to bank to withdraw the money, then it is very difficult for the bank, commercial bank, to return the money. मान लो कि कोई डिपोजिटर जो है एक बैंक में 1 लाख रुपया डिपोजिट करता है, अगर उसी बैंक ने 1 लाख रुपया लोन दूसरा किसी को दे दिया और कुछ महीने के बाद जो डिपोजिटर है उनका पैसा जरूरी पड़ा, उसको बहुत जरूरी हुआ, तो वो बैंक में आया और अपना पैसा विथड्रॉ करने के लिए चाहा, तो बैंक के पास तो पैसा नहीं होगा। इसीलिए बैंक नो इट वेरी वेल दैट ऑल द डिपोजिटर्स विल नॉट कम टू कमर्शियल बैंक फॉर विथड्रॉ। बैंक को ये पता है कि सारा जो डिपोजिटर्स है वो अपना पैसा विथड्रॉ करने के लिए नहीं आएंगे, वो तो स्पेशल दैट इज सिचुएशन होता है, वो दूसरा सिचुएशन होता है, उसमें हम नहीं जाएंगे, कुछ विशेष परिस्थिति में ऐसा होता है। तो इसीलिए हर डिपॉजिट से, फ्रॉम ईच डिपॉजिट्स द बैंक कीप ए सर्टेन और डिडक्ट और कीप ए सर्टेन परसेंटेज एज LRR in the form of cash, so that if any 1 or 2 depositors they come back and they want to take their money or withdraw their complete money, then the bank can give them from this amount. That's why it is the instruction of the Reserve Bank of India to every commercial bank that the full value of the deposits cannot be given as loan. Okay, so a part of these deposits, a certain percentage of the deposits is kept as your what? LRR. Now this legal reserves have 2 components. LRR जो है उसका 2 components होता है, एक होता है CRR and another is your SLR. So what is your CRR? So CRR means it refers to the minimum amount of funds that a commercial bank has to maintain with RBI in the form of deposits. I have already told you, minimum or a certain fraction of the total deposits of a commercial bank which is kept in the form of cash, जो नगद की आकार में एक कमर्शियल बैंक को रखना पड़ता है in the RBI as per the instruction of the RBI. That is your CRR. For example, suppose the total assets of a bank worth ₹100 crores. एक बैंक का जो टोटल assets कितना है? 100 crores है, and CRR cash reserve ratio is 10%. Then the amount that the commercial bank has to maintain with the RBI is 10% of 100 crores, that is your 10 crores. इसका मतलब है 100 करोड़ अगर उसका डिपॉजिट से, उसमें से 10% मतलब 10 करोड़ उसको CRR के हिसाब से रखना है, बाकी 90 करोड़ जो है वो लोन दे सकता है। इज इट क्लियर? पूरा 100 करोड़ नहीं दिया जा सकता है। एंड सेकेंड जो LRR का और एक पार्ट होता है, दैट इज योर SLR, that is your statutory liquidity ratio. So what is this statutory liquidity ratio? So statutory liquidity ratio, that is every bank is required to maintain a fixed percentage of its assets in the form of liquid assets. That is in the form of gold or in the form of cash or in the form of unencumbered securities. Unencumbered का मतलब होता है the securities which are free from the debt or legal defect. उस सिक्योरिटी है जिसको हम इजीली बेच सकते हैं, जिसको इजीली हम ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं, इजीली बेच सकते हैं, मॉर्टगेज रख सकते हैं, बंधक रख सकते हैं, उसको कहा जाता है अनएनकम्बर्ड, दैट इज योर सिक्योरिटीज. सो every bank is required to maintain a fixed percentage of its assets in the form of liquid assets. प्रत्येक कमर्शियल बैंक जो है अपना टोटल जो एसेट्स है उसका एक फिक्स्ड परसेंटेज है डिसाइडेड बाय द आरबीआई. आरबीआई की नीति के हिसाब से, आरबीआई की गाइडलाइन जो प्रेस्क्राइब रेट है उसके हिसाब से प्रत्येक बैंक जो है अपना टोटल जो एसेट्स है उसका एक सर्टेन परसेंटेज दैट कैन बी मेंटेन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लिक्विड एसेट्स. तो लिक्विड उसमें एक सीआरआर का मतलब ओनली इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कैश, नगद के हिसाब से रहेगा, लेकिन उसमें कैश भी हो सकता है, गोल्ड भी हो सकता है और अनएनकम्बर्ड सिक्योरिटीज भी हो सकता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एसएलआर. ये दोनों चीज जो है एलआरआर में आता है. सो इसका मतलब इन नॉटसेल वी कैन से that every commercial bank has to keep a certain fraction of its deposits and total assets in the form of cash and other liquid assets. After maintaining this, that is SLR and CRR, whatever the excess deposit or excess fund that is having with a commercial bank, that is called as the excess reserve. The commercial bank create credit from that excess reserve, not from this compulsory reserves which is mandatory. Compulsory reserve से जो SLR और CRR ये mandatory है. Every commercial bank have to maintain it. After maintaining it, the rest of the surplus deposit or the surplus money with the commercial bank, that is your called as the what? Excess reserve, and credit is generated or credit is created by a commercial bank from this excess reserve. So how? So now in this picture CRR, that is certain percentage of the total bank deposits to be kept in current account, and SLR, that is to be maintained in the form of gold, approved security, etc. Okay. Then process of credit creation. The process of credit creation by the commercial bank starts as soon as people deposits money in their respective bank account. तो क्रेडिट क्रिएशन, प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रेडिट क्रिएशन क्या होता है ना, स्टार्ट हो जाता है जब डिपोजिटर्स दे डिपोजिट्स देयर मनी इन देयर रेस्पेक्टिव बैंक अकाउंट. जब डिपॉजिट होना शुरू हो गया तो ऑटोमेटिकली क्रेडिट क्रिएशन शुरू हो जाता है. कैसे होता है? आफ्टर रिसीविंग द डिपॉजिट्स एज पर द आरबीआई गाइडलाइंस, द कमर्शियल बैंक मेंटेन ए पर्सन ऑफ टोटल डिपॉजिट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कैश रिजर्व, दैट इज कमिंग अंडर योर एलआरआर, दैट इज योर एसएलआर एज वेल एज द सीआरआर. सो एज पर द एलआरआर, every commercial bank maintain a portion of the total deposits in the form of cash reserve. Okay. With the help of the past experience, the commercial banks know that not all the depositors will turn up for the withdrawal at the same day. The remaining portion of the total deposits is given or lent by the commercial bank to the people in the form of credit or loans. I have already told you कि कमर्शियल बैंक अपना पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस से ये जानता है कि सारे डिपोजिटर जो है एक ही साथ नहीं आएंगे अपना पैसा को लेने के लिए, इसीलिए उसका पास बाकी जो रिमेनिंग पर्सन से टोटल डिपॉजिट्स का उसको वो लोगों को क्रेडिट या लोन के हिसाब से वो सैंक्शन करता है. इज इट क्लियर? द प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रेडिट क्रिएशन बिगिंस एज सून एज द कमर्शियल बैंक स्टार्ट द लेंडिंग प्रोसेस. Now assuming that all the transactions in the economy are routed through the commercial bank. Already we have discussed, and there are two assumptions that every transactions are made through the check only, there is no use of cash. At the same time, all the transactions are made through the different banks, because here we take all the commercial bank as one unit. So now assuming that all the transactions in the economy are routed through the commercial banks, then the money borrowed by the borrowers again come back to the banks in the form of deposits. इसका मतलब है एक बैंक से जो लोन, for example one bank sanction certain loan to Mr. A, then Mr. A give that or that is to Mr. B, and Mr. B has account in another bank, then Mr. B deposits that money in another bank. It means that whatever the amount that is or loan sanctioned from one bank, that amount is again come as the deposits to another bank. That is the thing. So the commercial bank again keep a portion of the deposits at reserve and lend the rest, and it becomes never ending process. मतलब एक बैंक से दूसरा बैंक, एक बैंक से लोन सैंक्शन हो गया, वो अमाउंट फिर दूसरा बैंक में डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स के हिसाब से डिपॉजिट्स होता है. So after keeping that certain fraction of that is of that deposits as LRR, the rest of the money is again given as the loan by the second bank. In this way, that is this process continue and it becomes a never-ending process. So how? It is due to the continuous process that the commercial bank are able to create credit or money a multiple time of the initial deposit. इसके द्वारा क्या होता है ना, इनिशियल डिपॉजिट्स जितना है एक इकोनॉमी में, एक बैंक में, उसका मल्टीपल टाइम्स क्या होता है, क्रेडिट जनरेशन होता है या मनी जनरेशन होता है. सो हाउ, let us take a numerical example or a table. With the help of a table we can understand it better. Numerical example. Suppose it is assumed that the primary or initial deposits in a bank is 1000. हम एक सिंपल एग्जांपल लेते हैं. मान लो कि एक बैंक में एक डिपोजिटर्स ने 1000 रुपया डिपोजिट्स किया. मिनिमम रिजर्व रिक्वायरमेंट LRR, that is as per the guidelines of the Reserve Bank of India, it is 10%. LRR 10% है. The bank will keep 10% of 1000, that is rupees 100 as a LRR, and rest 900 rupees that will be given as a loan to the borrowers. Okay. बैंक जो है 1000 रुपया से 100 रुपया में अपना LRR रखेगा, उसका बाद बाकी 900 रुपया जो है वो लोन दे सकता है कोई भी बोरोवर्स को. Then borrower will use this money and the money will come to the banking system. Now the borrower will take this money from bank A. For example 900 रुपया बैंक A ने दिया बोरोवर B को. A ने डिपॉजिट किया 1000 रुपीज और बैंक A ने 10% उसका LRR रखने के बाद बाकी 900 रुपया मिस्टर बी को दिया. मिस्टर बी गिव इट टू मिस्टर सी टू क्लियर इट्स डेप्ट. वो सी को दे दिए क्योंकि वो डेप्ट क्लियर कर दिए. नाउ मिस्टर सी डिपॉजिट्स दिस 900 रुपीज इन अनदर बैंक, दैट इज फॉर एग्जांपल बैंक बी. तो इसका मतलब बैंक बी में अभी डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स 900 रुपया हो गया. बैंक ए में हुआ था कितना, 1000 रुपीज. बैंक बी में अभी डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स क्रिएट हो गया 900 rupees. Now bank B will keep 10% of this 900, that is 90 rupees as LRR, and rest 810 rupees can be given as a loan to another person. Okay. So 900 will be demand deposits. Bank will keep 10% of 900 in reserve and lend out remaining 800 to the borrowers को दिया. Now 810 will be next demand deposits in another bank, that is bank C, and bank will keep 10% of 810, that is 81 rupees in reserve and lend out the remaining, that is 729 rupees to the borrowers, and this way it will continue. So in every round 90% of the demand deposits go in creation of credit and 10% go to reserve. So हर राउंड में क्या होता है, डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स का 90% जो होता है, 90% क्रेडिट क्रिएशन होता है, बैंक क्रिएट द क्रेडिट, एंड 10% इज टेकन एज द और केप्ट एज द रिजर्व. दिस प्रोसेस कम्स टू एन एंड व्हेन द टोटल कैश रिजर्व्स, दैट इज द फॉल ऑल द राउंड, टोटल कैश रिजर्व बिकम इक्वल टू द इनिशियल डिपॉजिट, दैट इज 1000. ये प्रोसेस कब खत्म होगा ना, टोटल कैश रिजर्व का मतलब होता है दैट इज योर LRR और CRR. सो टोटल जो CRR will be equal to the initial deposit or the primary deposits with the first bank, that is the bank A, that is your 1000 rupees. The original deposit 1000 rupees become the additional deposits of 900, 810, 729 and so on. So इसमें हमने क्या देखा, 1000 रुपया का डिपोजिट्स हुआ, लेकिन वो 1000 रुपया में एडिशनल डिपोजिट्स, डिमांड डिपोजिट्स जो है कितना हुआ ना, 900 रुपया हुआ. फिर बैंक सी में हुआ 810 रुपया, नेक्स्ट बैंक में हुआ 729 रुपीज, लाइक दैट इट विल कंटिन्यू. The total of all these deposits will be, if we add thousands plus 900 plus 810, 729, then it will be total 10,000 rupees. That is your primary deposit into 1 by LRR. This 1 by LRR, that is the reciprocal of the LRR, legal reserve, or you can say as CRR in some books, that is CRR. Okay, then that is 1 by 10%, that is your 10. So here 10 is the credit multiplier, or it is called as the money multiplier. So 1 by LRR. So 1 by LRR means 1 by 10%, that is 10. 1 by 10% means 1 by 10 by 100, that is 100 by 10, that is your 10. 10 is equal to your credit multiplier. And initial deposit is 1000. So 1000 into 10, that is your 10,000. So 10,000 is your total, that is credit generated by the different commercial banks. Now if you see the table, in the first round you see deposit is 1000 and cash reserve ratio is 100, loan is 900. In the second round, demand deposits 900, cash reserve is 90 and loan is 810. In the third round, this loan become the deposits of the next bank, that is your 810 is the deposits, 81 10% means 81 is your cash reserve and 729 is your loan, like that. And if you add all the deposits, it will be 10,000 and all the cash reserves will be thousands. It is thousands. So it is thousands rupees, and 9,000, that is 10,000 minus 1,000, that is your 9,000 is your loan. Okay. Now with the help of one formula also we can find out it. So here sum is equal to thousands plus 900 plus 810 plus 729, like this. So taking thousands common, अगर हम thousands यहाँ कॉमन लेते हैं, it will be 1 plus 9 by 10, because thousands into 9 by 10 is equal to 900, 9 by 10 plus 9 by 10 to the power 2 means 9 by 10 square plus 9 by 10 to the power 3 means 9 by 10 q, like this. Okay. Now it is in a form of GP. ये जो है ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन का एक सीरीज है. So it is 1000 into 1 divided by 1 minus 9 by 10, that is your formula, that is 1000 into 10. 1 minus 9 by 10 is equal to 10, that is your 10,000. So in a GP, the sum of A plus AR square plus ARQ, we know it in your junior class 10 that it is A into 1 divided by 1 minus R. So by applying this formula, we here you see that it is 1000 into 1 divided by 1 minus 9 by 10, that is thousands into 1 divided by 1 by 10, that is your thousands into 10, that is 10,000. It means thousands is the initial deposit and 10,000 is the total credit created. So here the credit multiplier is 10,000 by 1000, that is 10, or you can say it is 1 divided by LRR, that is 1 divided by 10%, that is your 10. So now what is the relation between the LRR and credit multiplier? So there is an inverse relationship between the legal reserve ratio and the credit multiplier. Higher the value of LRR, lower is the value of credit multiplier, and vice versa. Suppose the LRR is 5% and initial deposit is thousands, then the credit multiplier is 1 by 5%, that is your 20, मतलब 20, क्रेडिट मल्टीप्लायर 20, इसका मतलब थाउजेंड्स इंटू 20, टोटल डिपॉजिट्स क्रिएट होगा या टोटल क्रेडिट क्रिएट कितना होगा, 20,000 होगा. Suppose the LRR increase to 10%, then your credit multiplier is equal to 1 divided by 10%, 1 by LRR, that is your 10. So if the initial deposit is 1000, then the total demand deposits or the total credit created or money created by the commercial bank is 1000 into 10 into is equal to, that is your 10,000 rupees. Is it clear? It means when is LRR is 5%, credit created is 20,000, and when LRR is 10%, credit created is 10,000. It means is LRR is low or less, the value of LRR is low, then the credit creation capacity of the bank is more, that is high. And when the LRR is high, then the credit capacity of the commercial bank is low, so total credit created or deposits created is 10,000. It means there is an inverse relations or opposite relationship between LRR and credit multiplier. Okay. With this, I hope you understand my class, and this is very important question from the money and banking chapter. Generally, in every year, this question come in the CBSE examination, that is explain the credit creation process of the commercial bank, or what do you mean by the credit creation, explain with the help of a numerical example like that. With this, thank you and have a nice day.